Welcome to Wednesdays with Wayne. It's been a very mild October, but now temperatures are starting to change. We got sufficient amount of rainfall, so it's time to get really busy with our November and December chores. I'm going to go through a two-parter on maintenance in my own yard and some of the things that I'm doing right now and through November, even into December. Let's start in with perennials. Many of the perennials that have gotten very tired, that have no seed benefit to wildlife, should really be cut back now. Saves you some time in the springtime. You can see that these stems are, again, very tired, looks very nasty. So we'll cut these stems down to the basal foliage, and that foliage will then get through the winter and get a nice start in the springtime. We're going to get a very heavy frost anytime now, so all the annuals will actually be hand pulled out. So within another 48 hours, these things are going to look really bad from the frost, and we're going to get rid of all those. Let's come on over here to some of the other chores that I've been working on already. The house plants, because we had some very cold nights, I was getting all the house plants in. We want to clean these up. We want to do any repotting for the house plants and get them into the house before they get damaged by the cold. So we'll have them again for next year. There'll be time to plant bulbs. Bulb planting can be all through November, even into December, as long as the ground is not frozen. This will give us some fantastic spring interest. Some of our old mums really need to be retired to the compost pile. Planting them right now, the freeze-thaw cycle will probably heave them out of the ground and probably kill them over the winter time. So pretty much for the mums that I had scattered around for fall decor, will go into the compost heap. My grass, it's going to be time to put on that second application of fertilizer. I put one on in September. My second one will go on at Thanksgiving time. The fertilizer, again, has nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in it. We want a high nitrogen fertilizer for November, which will be taken in by the grass, stored, and then in March, my grass just explodes as soon as the weather warms up, and my grass will be a beautiful color green. You can even see how nice it looks from the September fertilization, but the November one will carry me through March and April. I use phosphorus-free because of the lake, so we don't want any of that extra phosphorus in the lake. The yard was just core aerified because I have a heavy clay. You can see most of the cores have now kind of melted from the 4 inches of rain. I'm going to give you one more tip today on the large expansive beds that you might have. This hosta bed, which has some pulmonaria in it and some brunnera, in about a week, we get a heavy frost, everything's going to turn yellow. The carbohydrates are going to go back down into the roots. So we're really going to need to clean this bed up, and it's going to be a very time-consuming task. So instead of just using a pair of shears or just the snips, I will either use the gas shears, or I will actually even run a mower on the highest setting through this entire bed, let the remains fall in the bed to protect the plants for the winter time. And again, I'll do kind of a cleanup in March or April and get it all ready for next season. So thank you for joining me for part 1 of Wednesdays with Wayne. And remember, beautiful landscapes start here.